What's going on YouTube? It's your girl, Divinely Original, your natural nurse, and I'm back with a new video on my favorite apps. Now, I know I have been MIA, like on my own hiatus, but I had a crap load of things going on last semester and before last semester even started. So, I did not post any videos last semester, but I will give you guys an update. I'll either do a blog post or a YouTube video on what happened and how my semester went and all that stuff. But until then, watch this video and be on the lookout for that video. For the part 2 of this video and that video or blog post, I'll let you guys know for sure what I'm doing. Now, without any further ado, let me just get into this video because I'm going to try to keep it down to between 6 and 7-ish minutes because, you know, yeah, it's just the apps video. So, number 12 on my list of favorite apps is video chat. Now, I often use Oovo or Skype or FaceTime because I'm an Apple junkie. So, knowing that I'm able to kind of get on Facebook or Oovo and kind of have a study group, a virtual study group, it makes it a lot easier than kind of trying to study on my own or waiting to go to my teacher to ask a question or waiting on an email. If I can kind of converse with my study group or my friends who I associate myself with for the most part in nursing school, then that kind of works for me. Now, one thing is on Oovo you can have up to 6 people, so that's really good. Next on my list are things where you can buy books, like maybe eBay, Chegg, or even Amazon. I know I always usually buy textbooks because there's something just like about turning the page and actually feeling it in your hands for me, and I love to read. So I'm more of a buy the book and I'll buy a cheaper version or maybe an edition behind or something like that, and it'll save me a lot of money. Another thing is on Chegg, I think it's called guided study sessions or something like that, where basically like it's like an online tutor for you. So that kind of always works out for me. And then with eBay, like if you need to buy like a computer or maybe a tablet or a stethoscope or blood pressure cups for Pete's sake, like you can go on there and find it for dirt cheap, and a lot of times it's really good quality stuff. So yeah. The next thing on my list is like Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox, like mass storage areas where you can just store things and you're able to access it from pretty much any place you have an internet connection for the most part. Now, I'm that person who will lose a flash drive. I will forget it at home when I know I'm supposed to bring it. I will set an alarm or something and still forget it at home. Or, you know, I'm the person who just leaves it in my pocket and it gets washed and then it's no good. So, yeah. So it works out really good. OneDrive is it used to be SkyDrive with Microsoft, but now it's OneDrive or whatever. And it also links up to Microsoft Office 365. So if you save it on there, then you can save it on your OneDrive and you can access it from pretty much anywhere as long as you have an email associated with that account. So that works out. And then of course with Dropbox you can put pictures. I've done PDFs of books, like PDFs of different things my teacher gave me just to kind of save. It's really, really, really good for that kind of stuff. And you can also share the link so your friends can get the stuff that you have. Like, like for instance, I want to say it was an NCLEX book on there, and I was able to, kind of share a link and send it to other people. So I think that was really, really, really good. Now, the next app, number 9, is Quizlet. I love Quizlet because you can make flashcards on there. Like, the amount of information that's out there is like pretty much limitless. Like, you can literally go on there, type maybe like whatever your textbook name is and chapter number, or maybe even just like the general topic, like let's say burns. And so many different sets of flashcards will come. You can kind of review that. And I've gone in there and reviewed stuff and seen those questions on some of my tests before. So that, like, be like really pay attention, because Quizlet can help you. Another thing about Quizlet is you can get it to where I don't know what the program is, but it'll read the card to you out loud instead of you having to read it. You can kind of, I guess, play that maybe while you're driving somewhere, or you're waiting for, maybe you're waiting in line at McDonald's or something or whatever, and you want to get some quick studying in, or in between classes or something like that. So that, I think that will be really helpful to you guys. And with Quizlet, there's an option where you can kind of quiz yourself from the different flashcards and things that you make. So that always helps, of course. Now, although I do use Quizlet, my number 8 app is StudyBlue, because I love StudyBlue. Because it's just like Quizlet in a sense of you can make your flashcards, but when you do the flashcards, you kind of say, okay, yeah, this is that, you flip it like maybe up for right, down for wrong, or something like that, or whatever, and it'll tell you what you need to work on, what was you really doing good in, but you have, the thing is, you have to be honest with the app and say, oh yeah, I really didn't know that, or I really did know that. And another thing with StudyBlue is you can kind of access somebody else's flashcards as long as they're, I think, friends with you or in the same class as you or something like that. I don't know. I usually, people ask me to share mine and I'll share them with them, but I've never tried to get anybody else's card, so I don't really know. I usually go on Quizlet because there's more information to me on Quizlet. But StudyBlue is like really good for you to kind of like, maybe like you're standing in line at Macy's or Dillard's or something, or even a grocery store, and you're like kind of going through them while, you know, maybe this kids are playing right there, you know, or your mom is looking for some item in the store or something like that. The next app I want to talk about is my number 7 app, which is Evernote or OneNote, which is basically a note-taking app. And on this app, on Evernote, I know you can take it and it automatically syncs to like through the server that you've accessed. But on OneNote, I think it saves to your computer, and it also may save to through the server or whatever, and going on syncing it to the internet too. I'm not sure because I haven't used it since they updated it and stuff. I haven't used this with 365 because I usually handwrite my notes, because I just feel like that makes me remember better. But whenever I was typing in notes in class, I really used Evernote a lot. But then once I got OneNote, like, I liked it better because there's a way where you can kind of, like, let's say test 1 is GI. Like, you can put gastrointestinal at the top, and then as a tab, and then you could do a side tab of each individual topic or lecture, or however you want to do that on the side. So I thought that was really good. So I really prefer OneNote, but Evernote is really cool, and Evernote syncs with StudyBlue, so that's a plus. So I think that's why I really liked Evernote and StudyBlue at the time, because they were synced and I could make flashcards and turn them into notes, and you know, so that was really good. Oh, another thing about StudyBlue, you can compile your cards. Like, maybe you're doing upper GI and then lower GI. You can compile them together for maybe your GI test as a study guide, and you'll go through all the cards instead of going through just upper GI and then just lower GI. It'll all be together. That's pretty much all the apps that I have. Sorry, my voice sounds like crap because I think I might be getting sick. I woke up this morning and my throat was scratchy and it was kind of hurting. Oh, I don't want to be sick. It's so... Anyways, but nah, seriously, my bonus is YouTube, because I can't tell you how many people I've referred to YouTube and they were like, oh my god, thank you, that's awesome. Now, Khan Academy was on YouTube, but now they have their own website, and I'll put the links for all of these things so you can kind of look at them, or you know, kind of know how to spell them and stuff in the info box below. But as far as Simple Nursing, and you can access those. There's this guy, I think it's Mike Linares. He know who he is, and you should too. But he is really good. He's a nurse, and he's really good at explaining things, like making things more easily understood than maybe your professor does. So I really suggest you guys go and see kind of what his page is about. And he goes through pretty much everything. That stuff really helps. So I'm telling you, like, really go on there and look on there. And that's pretty much all I have. I'm probably not going to record the second half of this video until next week, just because my voice sounds like crap and my throat's starting to hurt. So without any further ado, I just wanted to tell you, happy studying, peace, and blessings. Because what? We out. Hey guys, I know I'm supposed to be signing off, but I have a public service announcement. There's a student in my nursing school that has not been able to pay their tuition. Because they aren't able to pay their tuition, they will not be able to graduate. So if you can, find it in your heart to dig deep in your pockets and help commit to paying a small fee, maybe $5, $10, or even $20 to help the student graduate. It would be way more than appreciated. And just remember, even though you chose nursing as your career, caring is your profession. The link is down below, and I'll explain. I'm sorry, and once you click on the link, you'll be able to see the kind of the story and what's going on. So, without any further ado, thank you, and seriously, we're out this time. Peace.